How's it going? So we're going to cook some bread today on an open fire. So the first thing we're going to do is light a fire, and I think we're going to light one right here. Right, so our fire's going pretty well now. We've just got light wood on there to get it going. It's just Lusitanica. But yeah, the general idea if you're cooking with a camp oven is you want to get the fire going really well. And it doesn't really matter what wood you use, as long as it's dry, and it'll go real good. And then to build up a good ember base, you generally want to use a heavy hardwood. Something that burns a bit slower and a bit hotter. So we haven't got a lot to choose from, but I can see there's a bit of gum over there, so I might use a bit of blue gum. But yeah, anything that's hard, bit of old beech or Matai, Manuka, Karnuka, perfect, you know, really hard wood. And yeah, that'll get a good ember base going. And then that's what we'll use to cook our bread on, or whatever we've got in our camp oven. So yeah, I won't do a recipe on the bread dough because I don't really have a proper recipe. The type of bread we're making today is Rewena bread, so it's basically sourdough bread, but it's just got a potato in there as well to help with fermentation. Yeah, I'm no expert on making bread, so I'll leave those recipes up to you guys, but we'll just show you how to cook it on an open fire today. So yeah, we've got our bread sitting in the camp oven now, and it's been in there for like 4 or 5 hours, so that's the last rise. Whatever your recipe is, I'd put the bread dough in your camp oven when it's on its last rise, so you don't have to move it again, and put it somewhere warm. You can put it next to the fire or put it out in the sun or whatever, and just to heat up that cast iron or cast aluminum, depending on what kind of camp oven you got, and that'll just keep it nice and toasty in there, help your bread rise a bit.
Look out.
Alright, so I think the embers are pretty much ready now. You can see there's lots of crumbly embers all through the middle of the fire. So take it apart a little bit so we can put our oven on there. And that's the good stuff in there, that's what we want to cook on. I pretty much get rid of anything that's got a flame on it. And we'll sit our bread on there for about 20-25 minutes, and then we'll put some embers on top of it on the lid, and yeah, leave it there for another 10 minutes or so. We'll just keep checking it, make sure it's not burning.
Alright, it's time to put some embers on the top now. So what you can do is you can move your oven off the embers that it's sitting on, and you can actually use some of those to put it on the top, and that way it stops the bread burning at the bottom. You still want to leave a few embers there for it to sit back on top of, but most of them can go onto the top.
Right, so I've taken a bit more embers off the base and then I piled them on the top there. I had a sneak peek in the lid. You can just sort of have a sneaky look like that. And the sides looked a little bit overdone, so I didn't want them cooking anymore. So I got rid of all this stuff, piled them on top. And yeah, it looks like it might be done now. So yeah, the embers have been on the lid for about 20-25 minutes. We'll have a look. Try and keep these embers in a tidy pile in case we have to put them back on again. Just brush the ash from around the edge so you don't end up with ashes in your bread. Not too bad. Nothing on there.
Good as gold.
Beauty.
Hey you!
Oh man, look at that. Which one do you want, the crust or the...
No, the other bit. Not bad.